All right, so welcome to the 2022 Dallas Cowboys schedule prediction. So week number 1, home opener against the Golden Boy, Tom Brady, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So what I see and what my prediction in this game is, I honestly going to see a defensive battle in this game, man. I think both defenses are going to be playing the A game, and I see a low-scoring game. Obviously, I see Tom Brady doing the GOAT stuff, man, leading the last-second Tom Brady stuff, a last-second drive, basically similar to what he did last year, and put on position the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a game-winning field goal. But I do anticipate a low-scoring game. I think both teams will score less than 20 points in this game. So the Dallas Cowboys are going to open up with an L week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Week number 2, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, Jamar Chase and company come to town. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase making their Dallas Stadium debut, man. So obviously, I think the Cowboys secondary is still kind of they still haven't having a safety. I mean, they haven't got a safety or drafted a safety or had a safety of any type of game-changing ability basically since the Super Bowl days, in a sense, man. So since Dan Woodson and Roy Williams, man. So and I think when you go against the Bengals are offensive threat, and I see Joe Burrow having a big day in his debut, Jamar Chase having a big day, and the Cowboys starting the season 0-2 because I see him losing to the Cincinnati Bengals in a high-scoring game. In week 1, that might have been a low-scoring game, but week 2, I anticipate a high-scoring game, but the Cowboys obviously coming in the short end of the stick to start out the season 0-2. Week 3, they travel to the New York Football Giants to play Brian Daboll, Daniel Jones, and the New York Football Giants, who are just going through basically a rebuilding process right now. At this time, this is the perfect team for the Cowboys to play after they start 0-2. And I mean, it's just the perfect remedy right now. So I anticipate the Cowboys to basically get back into a winning situation by defeating the New York Football Giants. Basically, I think by double digits right here, because the Giants right now, they're going through a lot. They're going through a lot as far as establishing themselves. So the Dallas Cowboys get their first win of the season, week number 3 against the New York Football Giants. Week number 4, they come back home to play the Washington Commanders. I'm talking about since Dak has been the quarterback in Dallas, I mean, I don't remember the last time he lost to the Washington Commanders, to be real with y'all. He owns the Commanders, and I don't think anything's going to change. And to be honest with y'all, I don't think Ron Rivera is a good coach. And people don't realize he has 3 winning seasons in 11 years. So the roster is not a very good roster. The Cowboys are going to beat the Washington Commanders. They could be the Washington football team, the Washington Redskins, the Washington whatever the hell they want to be. The Cowboys are going to end up beating them because that's as long as Dak Prescott is the quarterback. Week number 5, they travel to the Super Bowl champions, Los Angeles Rams. Obviously, I think this is going to be another battle, but roster-wise, the Rams, that's why the Rams are the Super Bowl champion. They're a better roster than the Dallas Cowboys, and I do think this is going to be a competitive game. It seems like the Cowboys always play tough against the Rams in LA. They just play in California, in the state of California. The Cowboys always are competitive. So, in a sense, I think it's going to be a competitive game. But the Cowboys will take an L. They will lose against the defending Super Bowl champions in La La Town. Number 6, at the Philadelphia Eagles. Honestly, I think the Eagles are the best team as far as the whole roster situation. I think they're the best team set up in the NFC East, and I think they're going to prove that. I think on the offensive line and the defensive line, this is the best offensive line in the NFC East. They're the best defensive line unit in the NFC East, and that's why I think the Cowboys are going to take an L against the Philadelphia Eagles in week number 6. Week 7, they placed the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell and his fighting Detroit, fighting ankles. The Cowboys should win this game right here, man. It should be, obviously, the Lions are going to be a fighter. They're going to fight till the last whistle. So it's going to be a close game, but I think the Cowboys should win this game. It should be competitive, but they should win this game easily. Week 8, they play the Chicago Bears. And the scheduling gods just hooked the Cowboys up in this stretch right here. They should be able to take care of the young Justin Fields and the Bears right now. Questionable offensive unit as far as from the offensive line to the skilled players. But I do like Mooney, though. Mooney is my guy. But the Cowboys should easily win this game against the Chicago Bears. Coming from the bye from week 9, week number 10, they go to Green Bay Packers. Mike McCarthy make his Green Bay Packers debut, right? Going against Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, honestly, I really like the Cowboys in this situation. I like the Cowboys roster as far as against the Green Bay Packers, and I think Dak Prescott's gonna have a big game. And I think I'll take the Dak Prescott led Dallas Cowboys to go to Lambeau Field and defeat Aaron Rodgers and company. Yes, y'all heard it. I said it. The Cowboys going to Green Bay and get a W. 11, they travel to the Minnesota Vikings to play my favorite cousins, man. Obviously, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and the whole offensive repertoire of the Minnesota Vikings. I think it's going to be a little bit too much for the Dallas Cowboys. Even though in recent years, it seemed like the Cowboys have good history. Like every time they play the Minnesota Vikings, it seemed like they always come out victorious against the Vikings. But this week right here, this game right here, this season right here, my favorite cousin right here, I don't see the Cowboys coming out victorious. So I see them losing in Minnesota. Week number 12, they host the New York Football Giants. The Cowboys should handle business. They should sweep the New York Giants. Like I said, the Giants in a rebuilding situation with Brian Daboll, and they're trying to figure out if Daniel Jones is even their quarterback. Frankly, we all know he's not the quarterback, because if it's year 4, year 5, and you're still trying to figure out if that's your quarterback, then you already know the answer. He's not your quarterback. And the Cowboys should win this game easily. They play the Indianapolis Colts. I really don't like this situation here for the Dallas Cowboys, man. We all know the Colts, man. They're not a finesse team. They're a power team. They're a running team behind JT23, bringing sexy back, man. And then obviously Matt Ryan and company. But the Colts defense, man, this is what I love about the Colts. They're a defensive unit, and I expect that defense to shut down the Dallas Cowboys running game, passing game, and bundle Dak Prescott up. And that's why I see the Cowboys losing this game against the Indianapolis Colts. Week 14, host the Houston Texans. Battle of the state, man. Battle of Texas. Obviously, the Texans, they ain't disarray right now, man. I don't even know if Lovie Smith is the guy. So the Cowboys should be able to take this victory right here, man. In the Battle of Texas, the Dallas Cowboys should win this game against the Houston Texans. Week 15, they travel to Jacksonville. Jags, Doug Peterson again, Trevor Lawrence and company, man. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a hard-fought game right here, man. And the Cowboys are going to be lucky to get out of Jacksonville with a W, man. I think it's going to be one of those games. Either they're going to block a field goal, or it's going to be the Jacksonville Jags going to miss a field goal, or the Cowboys going to kick a field goal at the end. But this is going to be one of them heart-wrenching games, heart-wrenching loss, but for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But the Cowboys going to lead Jayville, Duval County with a W. Week 16, they travel to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. In one of the battles for the NFC East right here, man. So with this said right here, I think the Cowboys is going to be desperation time. Mike McCarthy is probably going to be playing for his job in this situation. So I like to go for the desperate team in situation like this. So I think the Cowboys with the be more of a desperate team will defeat the Philadelphia Eagles at home, man, in a huge NFC East division game. Week 17, the Cowboys travel to the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, we all know the Titans, man. The Titans, they're just a stable of consistency. You know what you're gonna get with the Titans. The Titans gonna fight you to the whistle blows. They're gonna fight you till the clock goes 000. So with that said, they just have a little bit more team. I'm talking about from Derrick Henry. I love the Titans' offensive line, and I think they're a little bit more physical at this stage than the Dallas Cowboys defensive line and all defensive linebacker units. So I anticipate the Cowboys to lose a physical game in the heat in Tennessee, man. I'm talking about it's going to be hot and humid down there, and that's going to be a factor, and the Cowboys will take an L week number 17. Week 18, they travel to Washington, man, in a rival game. This is going to be one of those games it's going to be one of them quirky games. It seems like the rivalry between the Cowboys, Commanders, especially during the last game of the season, it's always quirky, man. So, and this is when I see one of those situations happen: fumbles here, interceptions here, missed field goals here, missed tackling. I just see a lot of quirkiness happening here that's causing the Cowboys to lose this game, and this might be the reason why they might not make the playoffs, because the Washington Commanders do what the Washington Commanders do: spoil the Cowboys' season. And with that said, I anticipate the Cowboys will finish 9-8 in the NFC East, which will mark them second in division behind the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all know the drill, man. It's the G to the U to the R to the U. Like this, love this, share this, and I am out.